Welcome to helpermath.com. Well, this is another example of finding 5-number summary and draw the white-box Whisker plot. In this case, we have 17 numbers. So 5-number summary we're looking for are minimum, first, second, third quartiles, and maximum, right? Second quartile, in other words, is the median. So first of all, finding those 5-number summary. Right, minimum for the data set. Well, here is well arranged, so we don't need to do any rearranging. Right? If not, we have to arrange the data from lowest to highest. Well, minimum is pretty clear, right? The smallest number is minimum. First quartile, we have to find, right, the 25th percentile. Which apply the formula. If you have question with that formula, you could check our previous video about finding the percentile locator and what's the data set value is. Right, so formula applying that, we get decimal 4.25, which is the 5th number. Right, so first quartile is our 5th number. Right, is our 23. Right, for this data set, second quartile is median. If you have shortcut to find median, of course, it's always apply. Right? The median is always right if you use the shortcut. Right? If we want to use formula, we know already, right? The first last number calculate out, that median will be 26. And if you use formula, right, that we multiply gets the 9th value. Right, decimal is at 0.5, round to the 9th. Therefore, our second quartile is the 9th value. Right, it's not 9, of course. When you count is the 9th value in the data set. You count it, you'll get 26. Right, similarly, our third quartile is 75 times 100 over 17. That is 12.75. And that's still a decimal. That is the 13th number. 9th, 10, 11, 12, 13. That 27 is our third quartile, and of course, and the maximum is 50. Right? So if you have checked our other video, the difference is, well, we have to lose one number, The first two and the last one is replacing with extremely small and large number, which the three quartiles are actually the same values, right? So that's the way to find the 5-number summary. And you can take a look. We're going to erase that. So we found minimum, first quartile, median, third quartile, maximum. The next thing we need is to determine we have outliers or no, right? Interquartile range is difference between the third and first quartiles. 27 minus 23 is still 4. And when we have the fence, first quartile minus 1.5 times 4. 23 minus 4, that we found is 17. (1.5 times IQR plus Q3, right? Add to the third quartile. And that's 33. So the fences are the usual values, right? The cut. So we have 5, 7, and for the entire data set, the middle ones are actually good, but the 5, 7, and 50 are outliers. Right, the 5 and 7 are the two values below the lower fence, and the 50 is the number that is above the upper fence. Right, they are the outliers. So when we have the box whisker plot, we have seen the example previously, right, that doesn't have outliers, so everything we just use 5-number summary to plot. If we do have outliers, then we may or may not we're going to apply the fence to the graph, right, depending on which type of outlier we have. In the case we have both the unusual low value and unusual high value, so we're going to use on both sides the fence and marking those values. Right, that's our real number line. So doing the way is same. In the inside the box is still the interquartile range, right? Somewhere (23), somewhere of 26, and the third quarter is 27. That is a box, right? Because we have such outliers over there, we are not able to make the graph looks too nice enough, right? And then, since we have the lower two value are unusual, are outliers, therefore we're going to use the lower fence to build the whisker. The lower fence over here is 17, so that is the lower fence. And then we have one value of 5, another value is 7. Right? Those two values are outside of the fence, are called the outliers. Of course, if we do not have the outlier on the upper side, then we just use maximum. We see before, right? We just use maximum, minimum to build the whisker. In this case, we have the 50 is the upper usual value, therefore we use upper fence. We use the upper fence here to build the whisker. And then we have the outlier is 50, which is way above the upper fence. So just 1 point. Right? Comparing to the usual way we extend the fence to all the way the maximum, we here just have the fence to be the building of the whisker, and have the values of outliers just individually stayed outside of the box whisker plot as the outlier points. Right? So that is how we do the box whisker plot when we have the outliers on either side. Right, either side. If on one side, in case you do not have outlier, then just use the usual maximum or minimum to build the whisker. If you have, then use the fences to build the whisker. And for the outliers, just draw the extra point to label them clearly. Right, so that's the 5-number summary and box whisker plot. Thank you for watching.